God, you are perfect in every way. You sent your perfect Son to this earth so that we might be forgiven and that we might have life eternal with you when we believe in that Son. And you gave us the gift of our earthly son, Dennis, and our earthly daughter, Tiffany, who showed us so vividly how to love and be loved, and who showed us how to suffer with such grace. And we grieve, but not as those who have no hope. But when we look at them in the past, we realize that they today are walking, dancing in your presence.
Povedaranis Isusi Christosi vorostovanu. Dermer Isus Christos găsem. Ճշմարիտ գսեմ ձեզին, եթե ծորենի հատիկովի մեջ չի նա ու չմեռնի, ինքն առանցին կմնա, իսկ եթե մեռնի շատ արդյուն բուդա։ Ով որ գսիրե իր անձը պիտի գործընծնե զայն, և որ գադե իր անձը այս աշխարհի մեջ հավիտենական կյանքին համար պիտի բայեզայն, եթե մեկ ուզե ինձի ծառայել, թող հետևի ինձին, և որ ես եմ ինձ առասալով պիտի ելա, եթե մեկը ծառայե ինձի, հայրս պիտի պատվե զահար։
Dearly beloved, these words of King David encapsulate the reality of Dennis and Tiffany Gill's tragic and untimely passing. When King David was persecuted by his enemies, he reached a stage when he was at a deadlock. If he took a step forward, he would have fallen over a cliff. And if he took a step back, he would have been captured by his enemies.
We mourn the loss of a wonderful husband and father, a son, a colleague who has been a blessing for all. For divine peace and spiritual consolation, we reflect on the amazing life Dennis and Tiffany had led. They embraced God's gift of life and lived it meaningfully. Dennis served the city he loved with wholehearted commitment and enduring affection.
I had a wish that Dennis and I could someday work together in my courtroom with him as the bailiff. He was such a joyful man. I knew that he would add his high ethics and his respect for the law to a courtroom where he and I would do justice every day. But alas, he loved his family too much, so he didn't want to take the time that it would be necessary to commute to my courthouse. He wanted all the time possible to be with his family. 12 years ago, Tiffany was 2. She was my flower girl at my wedding. Being only 2 years old, she kept walking out of the aisle. She couldn't seem to walk straight. So Louise sort of became an adult flower girl as she stood there trying to get Tiffany to walk down the aisle to get to the front. I can see Louise going, this way, Tiffany, over here, no, over here. And it was the most adorable scene at the wedding.
To Louise, Ethan, and the extended Gill family, you have the department's deepest condolences. I am incredibly sorry for your loss. We will always be here for you and continue to honor and remember Dennis and Tiffany. Dennis and Tiffany were a duo. Tiffany was Daddy's girl, and Dennis cherished his little girl. Although we lost Tiffany at the tender age of 14 and Dennis at the young age of 43, We know they are together smiling down on us today. I'd like to share a few things about Dennis as a deputy. Throughout his 20-year career, Dennis displayed the exemplary qualities of a deputy sheriff. Dennis was commended for his selfless acts from assisting our community, residents, fellow officers, to providing first aid to an inmate in distress, responding to emergencies and natural disasters, to participating while off duty in department-sponsored events such as the annual Baker to Vegas relay race and the Memorial Torch Run. I could definitely relate to Dennis. Each of his many commendations describe Dennis's professionalism, compassion, kindness, calmness, and his tireless efforts to resolve the situation at hand.
I'm Britta Steinbrenner. I had the honor of working with Deputy Dennis Gill as his watch commander at the West Hollywood Sheriffs Station, and most recently as his captain at County Services Bureau. Today is our day to remember Dennis for his dedication as a loving husband, father, friend, and for the service he so proudly gave to our department. On July 20th, Dennis celebrated his 20th anniversary with our department, and on August 8th, he would have turned 44 years old. In April of 2003, Dennis was the Baker to Vegas co-captain for the North County Correctional Facility. During the Baker to Vegas weekend, Dennis was at the Hilton Hotel. He was walking towards the bar when he saw Louise and her girlfriend. It was a magical 5-minute conversation, and I can share with you the rest is history. They would have celebrated their 17th wedding anniversary in September. Dennis loved the family he and Louise created, and always placed his family as his #1 priority. In our chosen career fields, we end up having 2 families, a work family and a home family. Dennis knew the true definition of what a real family is all about. I share this with you because outside of this uniform, we are individuals who have a normal life. Dennis found that balance between work and home. To Ethan, your father was an amazing person, and I was very honored to have worked with him. To Louise, I thank you for sharing Dennis and Tiffany with us. Not only for supporting Dennis, but for inviting us to be part of your extended family and to be able to love Tiffany. Throughout his career, Dennis had many accomplishments, recognizing his hidden talents. He was assigned to the North County Correctional Facility, West Hollywood Station, Court Services, Pasadena Court, Crescenta Valley, and then County Services Bureau. As a custody deputy, Dennis saved the lives of 2 inmates. He was a member of the facility's emergency response team, and he was instrumental in directing deputy personnel in quelling dorm disturbances and conducting searches for contraband. In September of 2008, Dennis was a brand new patrol deputy. Louise had just learned that they were going to have a son, so she stopped by the West Hollywood Sheriff's Station during one of Dennis's shift briefings. Dennis's training officer at the time was Deputy Byron Holloway, and he was carrying 2-year-old Tiffany as Louise walked in first, holding a large bouquet of balloons and a beautiful cake to surprise Dennis to say that they were going to have a son. Dennis was speechless. Dennis turned beet red. Not because he was going to have a son, because he was truly excited and happy, but more so because he was a brand new patrol trainee. And I have to share with you that this is the one time in your career when you truly want to go unnoticed for the first 6 months of your probationary training. If you have not already noticed, Louise has the ability to move mountains, as evidenced by her ability to get approval to attend Dennis's briefing, spoiling everyone with a delicious cake, and engaging in great conversation. And throughout this, Dennis never said a word.
First of all, on behalf of all of the students, teachers, staff, administration, parents, alumni, all of our girls of Holy Family High School, our grade school, and our church, we offer you our deepest, most heartfelt condolences to the Gill and Martirosian families. This is a very trying time for everyone, and we send our prayers and our love to you each and every day. Tiffany Gill. What is there to say about Tiff? Like many of you who knew her, there is so much to say because she had so much to say every time you met her. Whether it was a warm hello, a smile in the morning, our van rides to games or to task workshops, or how she was so excited to be working at the new soccer store to help her parents in the afternoon. She just had this beautiful, beautiful energy. So I want to...
Today I stand in front of you as a grieving mom and wife. There's only pain and suffering in my heart. Feeling my throat tighten, my eyes burn. At times I'm numb, other times in agony and disbelief. My heart aches, and I will never be whole. But through all this travesty, I found a new faith in miracles. Perhaps my only comfort is believing that I am here for a higher purpose, and that is to be with my miracle child, Ethan. Our precious little boy survived by a supernatural wonder. I owe eternal gratitude to the selfless individual who came to my son's rescue and gave me that miracle. Noah, I know you're watching right now, and I want to say thank you. Noah is our Savior, a kind human who will be forever receive praise. There can be no more a devastating phone call than the one I received on July 25th. One that shattered my dreams, destroyed my hopes. It was surreal. It was a nightmare from which I'm unable to wake. From the early hours of July 25th, when I learned of this unbearable reality, until this present moment, I have been surrounded by such compassion and care. I cannot stop thanking those who have stood beside me since that tragic day. I am at loss for words in sharing my appreciation to the Los Angeles County Sheriffs Dept for their unconditional support and true humanitarian guidance. It started with James Helmel, to Captain Britta, to Lieutenant Gonzalez, to Mike Fairbanks, to OJ, to coming with me to Oregon to bring back my husband, my daughter, and my son. And everyone from Portland PD to everyone I don't remember right now, but to all the law enforcement agencies, to Southwest Airlines, to everyone, I truly appreciate. Undoubtedly there is hollowness within my soul. Any mother who has felt this intolerable pain knows this destruction from within. I have never loved anyone as passionately as I love Tiffany. I always felt so special to be loved by a daughter as beautiful as her. She was a part of me, my heart. She was eternally continued to be with me. My beloved Tiffany, you are my adorable little girl. You shared with me all your dreams and aspirations. It was such a special joy to hold you in my arms and kiss away your tears. It was an honor watching you grow and become my best friend. You excelled academically in school, earning the admiration of your teachers and friends. You were great at sports. You loved to sing and dance. Your grandparents, your parents, your relatives, your friends, and classmates adored you and always sought your gracious company and contagious smile. You were so kind, so thoughtful, so generous, respectful, caring, full of charm, unique personality. You volunteered, became involved with community programs, and loved helping anyone in need. You are unlike any other 14-year-old. You are an old soul, a gentle spirit, well beyond your years, and anyone who is blessed to know you felt your warmth, your wisdom, and your sincerity. You touch people's lives like no other young lady could ever do. And it is such an honor knowing that you left such a powerful imprint on anyone you encountered. To my beautiful baby girl, our love will never die. You took a piece of me with you the day you left, leaving me unable to catch my breath. This isn't the way it was supposed to be. Each new morning I speak your name and question if I could have another moment with you, another kiss, another smile, one more chance to watch you sleep, or just to sit a while. You left your fingerprints on my soul. Your memories have become my heartbeat. Farewell.
խոնարեցույց Եվ ես ավուրսիմ գարտացի արնա Շրջեցան զինել և ուրմահու Եվ իշտը ժողոցն ինձիս Նեղություն և զանցություն կդի Եվ զանուն դյարն գարտացի
You promised through the coming of your only begotten Son into this world, ineffable promise to raise the dead and to save with your almighty and powerful word. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest.